You're not a big horror person fan. I mean, we went
No,
and
I'm not.
saw Bodies, Bodies, Bodies again. We know how that's awful. Um,
Hmm.
but I like horror. I think horror is an easy way for any filmmaker to get into and to start off with. But lately, horror just sucks.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and so starting with things that suck. I don't know. Did you know about this Winnie the Pooh universe?
I didn't know about the universe, no, but I knew about the original Winnie the Pooh horror movie.
Okay.
In fact, I think you actually asked me to go see that with you, but I was working or something like that. But yeah,
Maybe.
I didn't know about the universe. No.
Yeah. So the sequel came out like a few weeks ago. I went and saw it. It was even worse than the first one. And a lot of people and there's a fan base for it because I mean these movies are made for like $1,000 maybe a piece. And it made like the first one made like $5 million at the box office. And someone that I know scolded me because I said $1 million in my review, but it's like that's like still $1 billion with that budget, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, so they're trying to do this whole entire universe thing, which is a interesting idea because they're taking all the Winnie the Pooh characters with a couple of like Disney type of characters as well, like
Yeah,
Bambi, um,
Peter Pan, I thought was
Peter
one of them.
Pan, uh, Pinocchio was one.
Pinocchio. Pinocchio is already a horror film almost, dude. That's a scary childhood movie.
Was it? Okay. I know there was like a Netflix, wasn't there like a Netflix thing, almost horror element? Um,
No, kind of. I just think that says kind of a joke. That movie horrified me as a kid. I was
yeah.
so scared of Pinocchio.
I just the thing is, the only thing in this one that kind of interests me is Bambi because Bambi,
Mhm.
I mean, Pinocchio kind of has an interest, but Bambi they showed off like a trailer
Mhm.
and Bambi actually looks like a monster. But in the other ones, like the Winnie the Pooh movies, for example, it's just a guy in a mask going around killing people with an axe. I'm like, that's just
Yeah,
like you don't
I think
use
that's a little disappointing.
it's like
They could have had so much potential.
use the actual characters. Like go around
Mhm.
have like Winnie the Pooh killing people with honey or something, drowning people with honey. I don't know. Do something creative instead of just like I'm gonna kill you with an axe. Because Owl's in the new Winnie the Pooh movie, and that looks like and he looked like crap because he's just a dude with a beak. That's all he is. And I'm like, okay, all right. And another part of it is that you can't see anything in the movies and all that. It's like it's
Yeah.
poorly lit, and story is one thing, but it's like if the but I'm going there for the kills mostly because I know that the story's gonna be crap. But if I can't see the kills, then what's the point of me watching the movie? And so that's kind of where the I fall in line with this, among a lot of other things. So in this whole entire universe setup, I'm looking forward to at least the Bambi one, but I have no
Mhm.
expectations for it. And they are trying to lead up to like this Avengers like big movie that's supposed to come out in 2025. So they have like 10 movies planned and like two already in post-production. And
Mhm.
it's like, so whatever feedback that they're ever going to get in the second one, they're not going to be able to apply it for the next two, clearly, because
Mhm.
they are trying to rush out so many as they can and try to be like, because like, people are really hot about these films, I guess. And so they really want to stay ahead of that. But feedback's important because like you can
Oh
have a
yeah, absolutely.
passion for something, but it doesn't mean you're good at it. So
Oh, absolutely.
like we can name a lot of people that aren't good at
I mean,
something.
I have a passion for music, but I cannot sing whatsoever. You will never see me with a microphone in
No,
my hand.
no. Like that music is, you might, I might sing in the car, but no one else around. Because
Oh,
oddly
absolutely.
enough, you think that you actually sound good, but then to everyone else, it's like, no, that's
Oh,
crap.
absolutely. It's
And
like when you
so,
hear your voice in a video and it sounds
yeah.
completely different. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. What is your thoughts on this whole entire universe and like if
Um,
could it lead to something, but if it's is it like, are they moving too fast? Are they not going to be able to take like are they be able to learn in a couple of the films? Like, what do you think about it?
um, well, I think one, I always have enjoyed like bringing together, universes, especially with characters that already existed. For example, I really enjoy like I have a friend of mine who writes stories and he wrote this like comedy show or whatever where he took like a bunch of mascots from cereal and put it into like this horror comedy called The Serial Killers. And
Yeah.
I like that idea, like bringing characters that already exist and bringing them in one story. I like that aspect of it. But like you said, I do think they're moving a little too fast, and horror movies already have a tendency to be crappy storytelling because they're just trying so hard to scare people. They're just trying to scare their audience. So now that plus the pace that they're moving, I don't think they're going to be doing too well unless they really slow down.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they're really trying to scare their audience because a lot of the audiences that go to this, and like honestly, like, when I was at the second Winnie the Pooh showing, there was a guy behind me, like enjoying it, like he was laughing throughout the whole entire thing. So they want to go for dumb fun,
Hmm.
but even with the dumb fun, it's poorly done.
Oh yeah.
It's really bad because like I cannot, like I hate shaky cam. I don't know how much I have to say this. I hate it, and I think 90% of people hate that. But but like, but the number one thing that people are gonna say, well, it's like, well, they have a low budget, and they can't have like the higher quality. You don't need a lot of money to not do shaky cam. Just
Oh,
hand it to
100%.
someone that can hold a camera. So I just and
And there's equipment too. Like I don't have a super big budget, but I have equipment that helps me keep the camera steady. Super
yeah,
easy. It's off Amazon. Buy a $50 gadget. Won't last super
lights
long, but it'll last you your project.
lights is important as well, and I can't see a dang thing. I'm trying to keep this PG-13. Carson allows me like one F-bomb an episode, so I'll save that for later. But yeah, I just like this. It's a cool idea, and it's unfortunate that I cannot get into it as much as others people are into it. But maybe if they actually look back on the feedback and they put a little bit more money, not more money behind the lighting. I think the lighting is the biggest issue because like
Hmm.
you can in the second one, it definitely the costumes definitely look better than the costumes in the previous one because the previous one looked awful with the costumes. And like you can see that they have like a good costume, but you can't see it. You can tell it's like Aliens versus Predators Requiem. Like they showed off like set photos of like their costumes and like their suits for the Predators and Aliens look cool, but you just couldn't. But in the final cut of the movie, you just couldn't see anything. So
Oh, absolutely. It's again, the it's horror movies have that tendency to want to scare their audience, and not necessarily they don't want to horrify them, like you said, it's more dumb fun, but they want to be suspenseful. And I think sometimes they just don't take that into consideration of how dark they're making it because they want to make it dark to where people, again, suspense and they
yeah,
can't see what's coming, but then they do it too much and you can't enjoy the movie because you just can't see anything.
it just
And that,
feel yeah, it just feels like you're just being thrown all over the place at that point. And so
mm,
but yeah, that's kind if you guys want to hear more thoughts on my Winnie the Pooh, I have like a 15-minute video on the second one you guys can go check out. That was originally a 30-minute video, and I like cut it down because I just ranted that much about it. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to see the full-on podcast, I'll leave a link in the description below. And you guys can also check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. And if you guys want to, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on the topics as well. So leave a comment on it. And if you guys are new to the channel and you guys enjoyed what you saw, hit that subscribe button because we have a lot of other stuff on the channel. As a reminder, this is a monthly upload on the Big Talk with Austin. And this will also give you guys the opportunity to submit some topics to us that happen throughout the month. So if you guys want to do that, go check me out on Twitter and follow me there. Tag me whenever something interesting pops up that is movie reviews, movie TV shows, any like pop culture related type of stuff. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like always, I'll see you guys next review. Bye, guys.